2, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
There you go, Tiger.
They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Tannehill on 3rd down. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Fields going to change things up here. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. The Lions at 7-2 here on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 50, here's Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And we saw these defenders flying to the football game win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the 50, it's Tannehill.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And that would be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here's Trenton Gill now.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Gibbs.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. Another run for Gibbs here.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him to just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Tannehill's throw complete there to Moore.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
That'll be caught. It's Scott.
He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here's 2nd and 10. 2nd down, here's Davis Price.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. York able to send this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down.
Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3 and out. 0 fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, here's Gibbs.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bears.
Tyler Scott.
Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Bears are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make some open field.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
Nice footwork at the 25. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Tannehill now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they...
everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Here we go, son.
On 1st down, Fields. That's complete to the portal.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, 22 yards. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Tannehill intercepted again. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Fields. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes 3rd down at 7. To throw is Fields. There's Laporta. He's got it. The tight end. Touchdown. Sam Laporta as the first half is winding down. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He's got a man, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. They'll throw now on the final play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. And
the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Let's go.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Tannehill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. That's Zach Pickens in there to finish that play off.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Flush to his right. He gets this one to Davis Price. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got to bring him back out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy?
His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Flushed out right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. A give, right side for Gibbs. They juked him. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, Montgomery. There he goes, left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 66 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time, but it used to be a big-time song.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And with the struggles they've had putting points on the board, he's the one who's had the breakthrough, trying to find him again for another one to try and add to their total.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bringing up 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Gets it out wide to Davis Price. And he goes out right around the 39. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, Tannehill. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. Dances by at the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Lions extend their lead yet again. Extra point try now for Patterson. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Lions 49. Bears
Patterson back out there to send this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Davis Price hit, and he fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hand off now to Gibbs.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears' 13-yard line.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
This is caught by Williams. So no gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now back with the Lions. Here's Riley Patterson on for the field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Scott on the return out of the end zone.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Bears.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
Extra point by York is up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Fields on first down. They'll find Williams on the slant. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
75 yards.
And the Lions add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10. On the counter, Davis Price.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
They're going option play on third down.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
143 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Second down and 3.
From the gun, it's again to Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
Oh, the return is Scott.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
He'll fire deep, looking for more.
A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Tyler Scott
with his third touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Off play action, Tannehill.
And pass complete to Moore.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
And the Bears first down.
Now Tannehill.
To the sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Davis Price up the middle.
There he goes, right side. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they will take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Detroit, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.